I'm Elizabeth Gearhart. I'm here with Michelle Ricketts. So most businesses don't realize there's a certain piece they need to really be successful, and corporate companies all have it. And Michelle can give you that piece. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, great to see you. Thanks for chatting today, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so you have Cohesion services, and you really help entrepreneurs take their business to the next level. I mean, what you do is amazing, so I should let you describe it.
Thank you so much. And yes, everybody talks about taking it to the next level. And as you said, a lot of corporations have a structure. And when I talk to my clients, I say, everybody is a small corporation. Think of yourself that way because the structure is important. I help them see that processes and systems impact their bottom line directly. No process, no profits. It's really as simple as that.
Exactly. And when I worked at a big corporation, we had to go through and outline all of our processes, and then you can have somebody else step in and do them for you, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's really key for a lot of business owners because we want to hold on to our baby. It's something we've worked on and we've brought forward. But really, the key to being able to grow or scale is to involve other people. So I work with business owners to see and help them to be able to add people. When you're just yourself as an entrepreneur, you're not going to be able to be self-sustaining. The key to that is to add people, to identify the processes and systems that those people are doing to be able to scale and move forward. I always talk about the fact that McDonald's doesn't necessarily succeed because they have great hamburgers. They succeed because they have people doing processes and systems successfully every day.
That's funny that you say that, because years ago, when I was in high school or something, the high school teacher said, why do people stop at McDonald's? Like when they're on the road, whatever, because they know exactly what they're going to get. It's the same at every single McDonald's.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Europe, I noticed they have a little bit different things there. But
yes, some countries do, for sure.
But if you're traveling cross country, their processes are so down that you're going to get the same hamburger in New Jersey that you're going to.
That's the success of any business, is really to have those processes and systems down, that if something happens like COVID, you actually have something where somebody else can step in, take a look at what you've documented and be able to run with it. And your business keeps going, whether you're there or they're there or employees leave, whatever happens, your business will still keep moving forward.
And that's every business owner's goal, or it should be their goal, is for the business to run without them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even though business owners want to be in touch with their business, of course, but there are very successful business owners that we all know that they can choose how much they want to be in their business, as much or as little as they like. So that's what every business owner really wants to be striving for, is they can take a vacation, they can take time off, they can add another business, whatever it is they want to do, but they need to be able to do that. And you can only do that with the right structure and the right foundation.
So if I came to you with Fireside, you and I discussed this, I am mapping out my processes. I have been, they've changed a little bit, so I have to keep updating them.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of money, but maybe I could hire somebody part-time. So what would you tell me to do first as a startup?
Well, really, some of the key things are looking at what you don't do well, but you need to do. For instance, accounting is something that is not a lot of our strengths, but that's somebody that you need to have, whether it's a bookkeeper, an accountant. But we also talk about adding people doesn't have to be hiring someone. It doesn't have to be an employee, but you can outsource or have a joint venture or partnerships or part-time. There's a lot of different ways to be able to add people to your business to move forward and do the things that you don't do well. As a business owner, you want to focus on your core competency and what makes you money. And that's not necessarily the little things. We talked earlier about social media. It's something that for those of us that are under 35 or over 35, pardon me, it's not our area of expertise, but there are a lot of people that it is, that are under 35, and they can do it well and help you move forward while you focus on the things that help your business grow and scale.
And as far as the social media, you can find young people to do it who aren't going to charge you a whole lot and who enjoy doing it. So that's probably one of the easiest things, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So that's really good advice. I do actually have a friend whose daughter said she would help me with my Instagram account. So that's really useful for me. But so you and I had talked about that too. Once you get the processes down, then you decide which ones to find somebody else to fill. And that's really how you grow, right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's looking at, so we take people through looking at what their foundation is, then the people that they've added, what they're doing, what those processes and systems look like, who that is. And then when they get to that, they become what we call a culture-driven business. So everybody's moving the business forward with the same vision, mission, values. Everybody can contribute to the business. And on top of that, culture is a lot of people think of the woo-woo, it's fun, but it brings that to the business because people are enjoying what they're doing, where they are, and how things are happening. And that really is key for a business.
Yes. And then you hold masterminds, right?
I do. So to be able to work with clients, I actually use a program that was developed 20 years ago by Mark Wardell International. And with that, they do one-to-one consulting. But we felt that to be able to work with small to medium-sized businesses, we wanted to have something that was affordable for the business owner. So the mastermind format does that. And masterminds are great to talk about the business and get ideas, and we do that. But we also have the Wardell education piece that I bring to the table. So there's actual work done on the business. As we were saying, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your business wasn't either. So we work in the mastermind over time to be able to touch 6 key business areas of the business and help them have that self-sustaining structure.
And if somebody doesn't want to wait and do the whole year mastermind, they want something right away, you have a solution for that as well, right?
Exactly. We have our academy, which we launched this year, and there was a number of small businesses asking for something that they can use in their business right now. And so our academy goes over 3 evenings. It's 2 hours a night, and it gives them a snapshot of what we do in the mastermind, but it also provides some tools and techniques they can use in their business right now to make some improvements and take away. So that's a great way to be able to get in and do something sort of fast and furious.
And I assume you're doing it all over Zoom now, right?
Yes, absolutely. We will eventually at some time probably do some face-to-face as well. But because they help clients in the US, Europe, across Canada, we do everything on Zoom now. And it really allows everybody to participate on an even level. And you're dealing with different time zones, but that's part of the flexibility of an entrepreneur, is having that ability to work in different time zones. And I love that.
Right. You're in Vancouver, Canada.
I am, but I work on, as I say, different time zones. So I schedule my day accordingly, depending on what part of the world I'm working with.
Absolutely. And if you hire a firm from India, better be able to get up early.
Yes, exactly. Australia is another key one. We've got to balance the timing. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So what I find that's really what you're teaching is very valuable, and the way you're doing it is a great way to do it. But you have even more impressive, I feel like, going on for you, and that is the charity. I just find, could you talk about that?
Absolutely. Oh, I was fortunate enough to be connected with a group in the early spring of this year that is working with the Link Foundation and Kids for Africa Sports Academy. The Sports Academy was developed to help kids learn through sport. And it is 60 kids in a village just outside Kampala, Uganda, in East Africa. The challenge for them, initially we were working to build a school, but the challenge for them right now is COVID. They ended up being locked down and have been and still are, and that started in March for them. And for the rest of us in most of the world and North America, we've been able to come out of that somewhat, but they are actually still under curfew and lockdown in Uganda. So for them, they are not able to do the things they usually can do to support themselves and get out and whether it's work or deal with crops or have a business, whatever it is. So we pivoted to help them and support them by raising some funds for food. And we work with the team on the ground. So we're providing them the food and not necessarily the money directly. But that has been something that we did with an event, several smaller events, but also an event we did October 9th. And we did an online gala. And you can still see that on the Game in the World, so Kids for Africa page on Facebook. And our donation opportunity and the auction are still open until the end of October. So we welcome anybody who would like to look at that Kids for Africa gala. They can search for that on Facebook.
Okay. That is great. Is there anything else that you need to say about your business or want to say before we sign off?
Yes, thank you so much. I'll just say that for a business owner, when we look at when you're working by yourself, it's tough. We make no mistake about it. It's tough. I was saying that my corporate world, I was 30 years in the corporate world, entrepreneur, it's different. And it's not really, they're both tough. I don't want to have anybody think it's not. Being an entrepreneur is not about sitting around all day watching TV and and eating chips or whatever, Netflix or whatever that is. But it really is working on your business. And to be able to have someone like myself help to do that and show you how you can have a self-sustaining business with some work. But work is always better when you're doing it with someone else. So working in the mastermind format provides that opportunity. And I'd love to chat with anyone who would welcome that.
And people can find you on LinkedIn, Ricketts, Cohesion. Those are the two.
Absolutely. Yes, that's the easiest way to reach me. And reach out, direct message me, and I'd be more than happy to have a chat.
Excellent. Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks so much, Elizabeth. A pleasure being here.